Have you ever felt like life is slipping through your fingers? No matter how hard you try, nothing seems to change. Let me tell you a story that will shake your perspective on wealth, happiness, and what it truly means to live a fulfilling life. This is the tale of a humble cobbler whose wisdom transformed not just shoes but lives. In a bustling old town, amidst the chaos of the marketplace, there lived a cobbler. His shop was small, his tools worn out, and his earnings meager. Yet, despite his modest life, his wisdom drew people to him. He wasn't just a cobbler, he was a healer of broken souls. One day, a young man stormed into the shop, his face darkened with frustration. He slammed a torn shoe on the counter and shouted, "This life is unbearable. I work day and night, but nothing works out. Tell me, cobbler, where can I find happiness?" The cobbler calmly picked up the shoe, his hands moving skillfully as he began repairing it. "Happiness," he said, "is like this shoe. If you neglect it, it falls apart. But if you care for it and mend it at the right time, it lasts longer. Life works the same way. The secret is to face your problems head-on, one by one, instead of letting them pile up." The young man stood silently, his anger fading as the cobbler's words sank in. Later that day, an elderly man entered the shop with a smile that lit up his face. "Cobbler," he said, "I don't know what it is about your shop, but I always leave here feeling lighter. Tell me, how do you manage to stay so peaceful and content in such a chaotic world?" The cobbler laughed gently and replied, "My friend, peace is the real wealth in life. It grows when you help others. I don't just repair shoes, I fix lives. And that peace, that joy of serving others, is worth more to me than all the gold in the world." The elderly man nodded with understanding, leaving the shop with a renewed sense of calm. The cobbler returned to his work, his hands moving steadily. His tip jar was nearly empty, but his heart overflowed with contentment. To him, true wealth was not in riches but in the comfort and joy he gave to those around him. Weeks later, the young man returned to the shop, but this time he was smiling. His face glowed with newfound confidence, and he carried a pair of polished shoes. "Your words changed my life," he said. "I stopped complaining and started solving my problems, one by one. Life feels so much lighter now. Thank you, cobbler." The cobbler laughed warmly, his eyes twinkling with satisfaction. "That, my friend, is the greatest treasure of life, peace and happiness. Guard it well, for it is worth more than all the gold in the world." The young man left, his heart light and his mind at ease. And that's the lesson this humble cobbler taught, a lesson the world desperately needs to hear. True wealth isn't in the coins in your pocket but in the peace in your soul. The real riches of life lie in helping others, in finding joy and simplicity, and in cherishing the things money can never buy. So, I ask you, what kind of wealth are you chasing? The kind that fills your bank account or the kind that fills your heart? If this story moved you, if it opened your eyes even a little, then subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Because sometimes, all it takes is one story to change a life.